Hello and welcome back to Andy's No Dig Beds. What I want to talk through now is the idea of creating or extending a standard build bed into what I call a breakfast smoothie bed. So as many of you know, I've got a soft spot for a smoothie in the morning. And what I like in my smoothie is strawberries and blueberries, and I like kale, I like spinach, I like pak choi. So how could I create a bed that would help make that happen? This is what I want to talk through with this design that actually does the job. So is this piece. So as I say, it's a standard bed, but I've added an attachment at the end, and it's got two really important reasons. This is where the blueberries are going to live. So blueberries need ericaceous soil. They're acid lovers. Very popular in the 60s, they are acid lovers. So they need ericaceous soil. Strawberries, my lovely little strawberries growing here, which I'm going to transplant into this part of the bed, don't like acid soil. So they need a different type of soil. Strawberries take over beds. They send out these runners all the time. Once they've fruited, the runners are out and they're trying to take over more and more space. So what I've naively done is put a simple board in to dedicate this area to the greens, this area to the strawberries. It's not going to work because those runners will go over it, but at least I've got an area that I can kind of focus on and cut the runners back. So I've got a standard bed, as I say. What I've got down here also is some farm horse manure. I'm very, very lucky. I live near stables and you can buy this 20p a bag. It's kind of fresh, but you see, you look in it, it's got amazing things in it. So if you can get hold of it, it's great. For instance, these are all mushrooms, so these are fungi. So that's exactly what I need in my raised bed. That's going to feed the soil, and feed the vegetables and the strawberries. That's really, really good. But other challenges that this approach we need to consider. Firstly, as I say, I've got strawberries here. I've got strawberries all ready to go over there. They're still fruiting, some of the late ones. This is really fresh manure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it up with compost. So we take it right up to the top level. Yep, so it's nice and flat. And with that really quickly. But I'm not going to plant because the strawberries I'm going to leave for another probably the end of August to make sure that they've all fruited. As I say, we're getting some gorgeous little things popping up, and we've got to make sure that they're in our smoothie. So I'm not going to plant these strawberries out until they go a little bit more dormant in the late summer, early autumn. But I'm going to compost now, and I'm going to water it regularly. So what that will do is help decompose the horse manure at the bottom, break that down and feed it up. It'll also do an important thing. As you can see, horse manure comes in lumps. So as it decomposes and down, that bed of the soil is going to drop. It gives me a chance to top it up. So the strawberry bed will just be covered in compost, watered regularly. The ericaceous bed will be filled of ericaceous compost. It's going to be a big job. Not going to be, I say, that cheap, but that's the way to do it. And I need the depth. That's why it has to be done. So these are nearly 60 centimeters deep. That bed is there because the blueberry roots will go down a long way. So I've got a deep root structure. And then the greens area, the spinach and the kale, what I'm going to do with this is, because they've got really short roots, if I just fill it up with compost to here, I can plant straight away. I can put seeds in and try and capture the last section, or the last, especially for those sort of 12-week cropping ones, as the summer is sort of progressing going into autumn. So that will work well. Again, with a good watering to set it going, I would hope by the time I get into the autumn, I can start to put in some more autumn-based crops I've got growing in pots nearby, because the the cardboard at the bottom will have decomposed. So that's it. So that's how you can pimp a standard Andy no-dig bed design into something that turns into an Andy's breakfast smoothie design. I'll keep you updated as we progress. Hi, just a quick update on the breakfast smoothie bed, no dig bed that we're doing. Just to say, literally previous update we did put in the horse manure. Now I've just filled up this section. This is where the greens are going to go. Put in some lovely compost, and then based on that I'll be able to plant this up tomorrow. After good water, I'll plant this up tomorrow, and I can start growing already. So even though the strawberries, oh, they're so gorgeous. Those strawberries are going to be the end of the year, sorry, the end of the summer. What we will be able to do, and the blueberries are going to be the autumn as well, I'll at least be able to get something in the next few weeks, start growing stuff in this bed. More to come, keep in the loop.